Good morning. Good morning. I like all the comments I'm getting. I appreciate them. Appreciate Brother Jay. Appreciate Brother Roy and Sharon. They've been following me now about 2 years, they have. And I want you to know I really appreciate all of you. And today we're going to read The Struggle We Share is the name of the part we're going to read today. So let's get the glasses on and let's get reading. The struggle we share. During the last 8 years as the men's ministry leader at our church and in my work at the Union Mission, I have learned that men do not struggle so differently from each other, regardless of our varied backgrounds. We have a lot more in common than we admit. The essence of the issue is simply that Christian men still struggle with temptation, meaning, and purpose. There is a constant pursuit of another promised land in each man's heart. I have learned that God never makes peace with our flesh. The flesh is not redeemed, and the devil and his minions are just doing push-ups, ready to go at any moment. To be honest, I'm much better equipped to comment on all the places where the promised land is not found than to write the true promised land. But the Lord has opened my eyes in each area to reveal His way and His promised land. Promise. Remember, whatever God takes away, He replaces with something wonderful. My initial fear as a Christian largely revolved around areas of sin that needed to be removed, but have brought something to my life, whether it was comfort, acceptance, or misplaced value. I have found something I needed. There is nothing wrong with wanting comfort, acceptance, and value. It just needs to be attained by it needs to be attained God's way. God never rips one leg off the four-legged chair so you have to strain to keep balance. No, He replaces the leg. In this book, you will read of the contrast between pie in the sky and fruit of the promised land. If you will be honest with yourself, I believe you will see yourself in these chapters. I will let you in on the secret as to why I believe this. I have spoken and shared my testimony in many settings, and I'm always able to keep my audience attention. But really, all I do is preach to myself. I have spoken of my struggles and sin, past and present, as well as Christ's victories. Through me, I find that so few Christian men are willing to share their life. If Christianity was a sport, it would be the only one in which the victor did not speak of his victories. I found that when I preach to me, it resonates with men of all backgrounds. My walk with Christ has been thrilling, exciting, difficult, sinful, and painful, but it has never been lonely. Just as Lee explained, I have quit searching. I'm still in progress, but I am full and settled, and I know it. It is important to note that each chapter does not represent a promised land that sits alone. There was not a progression from one to the next, leaving behind one that had been completed. Rather, there was a co-mingling of these areas, for there are only two places to stand in life, with Christ or away from Christ. There is no man's land for the undecided. My prison counselor once told me, Hardy, you have to decide if you're going to live by God's standard or the world standard. The world standard, the area outside of Christ, in compassion, all 57 million square miles of this world. Compare that to the place where we stand with Christ. 5.5 by 3.5 by 2.5. The size of a human heart. No comparison, right? Yet the heart has earned God's promised land. Contains the very one who created the 57 million square miles. And he owns it all. It is the heart that holds the one who provides every provision a person could need both on earth and in heaven. As you read, you will see that these areas outside of Christ built up each other, learned on each other, and fed each other. In my life, sin only feeds sin. In the end, I found myself standing in a barren wilderness, and I was starving. There is only one dish served in the world's promised land, and I eaten all of the pie in the sky it had to offer. Yet I was empty. I hope that in reading these next few chapters, you will find yourself in at least one of them. And I hope that Christ, you can remove that pie from your diet. We're going to read reflection question. Can you pinpoint the moment you surrendered your heart to Christ? You may not remember the exact date and time, but do you remember that moment? If your thoughts and actions were playing on the big screen in God's house, what would it be showing? How do you feel knowing that God is watching? Where do you feel your value lies? Do you need to shift when you find that self-worth? What occupies the center of your heart? Be honest. Remember that it is possible to love God and not have Him at the center of your life. Now, boy, that right there is a good one. What occupies the center of your heart? Be honest. Remember that it is possible to love God and not have Him at the center of your life. You can love people. You can love your mother and father in heaven. You can love your brother and sisters, but they're not the center. They're not what your life is made of. So, what is your life made of today? Is it made of doing wrong things? Is it made of worrying about this and worrying about that? Or is it made up of living with God? Now, just think. You can love God and Him not be the main attraction of your life. Does that mean if God is not your main attraction, then you're not living for God? Because if God was your main attraction, the main thing you focus on, That's when God is the center of your heart. Because you're going to make him the center of your life every day. You will get up in the morning knowing you're going to live for God today. And every decision you make will be based on trying to live for God. Now, me, myself, I fail at times. There are days that I don't live for him. There's days I should do better. I'm just an ordinary guy trying to do the best I can. And I can tell you, I can do better because I have done better. I have lived closer to God. I have lived further away from God. I have lived closer and I have lived further away. And I can tell you now, when you live closer to God, everything just flows better. Everything just does better. You have to make him the center of your life. Are you afraid to give up something, thinking you will have to balance on a three-legged chair for the rest of your life? What do you need to give to God today? What sin in your life needs to move away? What sin in your life that you do regularly that you should give up? Think about it. What promise from God are you standing on and trusting any hope? Now, are you standing on God's promise? Are you standing on the promise that He gave you? When you ask Him to be saved and you cry out to Him for salvation, are you standing on that promise? Or have you just forgot about it and just go on with your life like you were never saved? Some people get saved, then they never ever live for God again. Sometimes it makes me wonder, did they get saved? Did they truly mean it in the heart? Did they truly give God the heart? Romans says, believe in your heart, confess with your mouth. It did not say believe in your head and confess with your mouth. It says believe in the heart. When you truly believe in your heart, you know something. I hope y'all enjoyed today. We love y'all. We appreciate you. Thank you for watching. I'm going to start doing live morning bread. I'm having a little trouble getting started. I want to do it early, so I'm not here a lot of the mornings. But my wife's job has shifted time. She don't leave now to right at 8 o'clock. So some mornings it's 8:01, 8:02. So I can't really start at 8 o'clock every day on time. It may be 8:05, maybe 80, maybe 7:55. So I'm having trouble getting started, but I want to start a morning bread devotion. And then I'm going to start doing a Tony's Talk at nighttime. I'm not sure just when it's going to start. We was going to do our first live Friday night, but things happened we didn't get to. We're going to start doing a live on Friday nights and see what all we can add to this channel. But we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Hope you have a great day. Let's find the outro. See y'all.